Welcome back to the Hot Shot Haven. How y'all doing? Hey Josh, what's up, Big Dad? Out here doing the deal. Doing the deal. I think I'm shaking a little too much. I'm gonna move it. Out here doing the deal, y'all. Getting the deal done. On board. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Hey, how y'all doing? Hope everybody having a wonderful day. It's me, Jonathan. We back at the Hot Shot Haven again with more informative content. Had a little topic I wanted to discuss as we go further on into the Don't Get Caught Slipping series, seeing that I think we got to go back across that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm dropping a little nugget so you ain't got to go back. And if you don't want to, watch the whole video. But I'm gonna go back into the least on word game that get played. Illinois, Seattle, woo, boy, they in here. Lord have mercy, y'all in here. Well, good to have all y'all. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, do your thing. You know, whatever you want to do in here, it's cool with me. Y'all say what y'all want to say. We can agree to disagree. And that one thing I do know. I ain't gonna go back and forth with nobody about nothing, but we can agree to disagree. That ain't no big old deal. But what we're gonna talk about today is um the word game that get played that people try to use to justify charging a lot as a percentage. I would say 25% or more. I would consider 25% to be a little bit high, but I say 25% or more. And they will give you a list of things and features that you will be able to have and take part of and be benefiting you by leasing on. It makes it more attractive, and this is a justification of why we take this much of a percentage off. So I want to delve into something that someone said, and that has often been said in the real world a bunch of times by a lot of people that got a number and they lease people on. They'll say, I charge X amount of dollars in a percentage from each load. And the reason I'm charging you this is because you're on my number, you're on my insurance, you get to use my customer base. You don't have to just sit around and try and figure it out. You can kind of press the easy button. And also, we're going to dispatch you too. You need help dispatching? We got you. Don't worry about it. That's all included in the price. And that is the justification for it being in the mid to high 20s, the mid to high 30% range, and that's the justification. And at the time, you may not be aware, but can't nobody hustle this stuff like you. I've been told y'all it is like the stuff. But anyway, back on topic. They tell you that, and you like, man, that what's up. They got customers. I'm gonna be moving. I'm gonna be booking and scooting, booting and scooting. They gonna take a little bit of money from me now. I can't deny that, but I'm gonna be constantly moving. And as you saw in the last video about fleet building, it ain't about how many moves you make, it's about how much money you make making them moves, and how much you were able to keep and take home and change your standard of living. And that's what you can't do when somebody take way more money than they should. And this is how it get justified. They say, hey, we'll dispatch you and we'll make it so that you can stay loaded, pretty much at all time. Whether that be true or not, it's there to be seen later. But they gonna say that. Okay. What I want you to understand about anybody with a number that have owner operators, that have drivers, they got trucks they done bought, trucks they done leased, trucks they rent, whatever. All this stuff got a bill on it. Even with owner operators. If you rent a trailer for somebody, the only way you can pay their trailer bill is if they deduct it out of what you make. So for you to tell me, hey, I'll dispatch you, that's not really such a like. It's good that you'll do it, but there's no justification of anything because that truck got to move in order for me to make some money. And if I don't make no money, you ain't got nothing to deduct. You don't make no money. So it's in your best interest to keep my truck moving. That ain't nothing you doing as a favor to me. You're doing that as a favor to yourself. Because especially if you're in a whole lot of debt and you want to sit back and press the easy button and be the boss man behind the desk, you're not running these loads. So you're not making all the money off the truck that you really supposed to be making. You're making a percentage of that truck. And also, if you got a driver, you still ain't making nothing but a percentage because everybody got to be paid. So get what? all this stuff that you got that got payments on this stuff, you relying on the people that are running under your number to help you pay for some stuff. So when you think it be in your best interest to keep that truck with something on it and something moving, you're not doing the person that's on the number a favor. You helping them. But at the end of the day, the only reason you leased that truck onto your number was to make a profit off that truck. And if that truck can't keep nothing on it, nobody makes any money. Only thing about it is, when no one makes any money, them bills still stand on the owner operator, and the bills still stand on you that you got paying back all the stuff that you done borrowed. Now, there comes a fork in the road because you're going to end up coming out your pocket and paying the bill off so you can stay in good standing with the people that let you have all the equipment or let you have all the funding to do whatever you're doing. And get what? You're going to be cool. But the owner operator comes in next week owing you, basically owing you. Because they didn't just sit at home. They went out and ran the first load, and then they couldn't find nothing. Then you found some, and then they dropped it off, and then it was out there aimless for 2 or 3 days. And basically, what they made doesn't cover the expense of what you charge, even though it's a percentage. So you're inclined to keep them moving because zero 38%, 28% of zero is still zero. So it's in the best interest of the company to keep that truck moving. These folks ain't your friend. So ain't. They ain't your friend. And people that put it to you like that, they ain't your friend. Now some of us gonna have to take our feelings out of a whole lot of stuff. And like I said, we can all agree to disagree. Everybody got different business models. I would never say my way is the only way. It ain't no other way to do it. It just depends on what your end game is. If your end game is to be in perpetual debt, you do your business one way and you make the profit as you go. You keep on making the profit. And when you get ready to get out of it, at the last minute, you may perhaps sell it all. Make sure you got some titles by that time and everything works out. But you're pushing back time, which is cool. But at the same time, you're not free to up and say, I quit. Nope. I, I just don't pay my 23rd. I don't owe no. So I said, my way ain't the only way. There's a bunch of ways to do this. But at the same time, what's your end game? What is your end game? Like oftentimes it be said, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is on certain stuff, and people gonna pay it, buy it, whatever anyway. And that's true to an extent. Gucci been in business a long time. Jordan been in business a long time. People just gonna pay what they gonna pay and keep on going and act like it ain't no issue. And how many people you know I know that's in my community and y'all know that's in y'all community got every pair of J's that they got, but ain't got no decent tires on their car. Some folks will say that's backwards. Some folks say that's just how people do their thing. You can't knock that. You can't knock that. But at the same time, we being smart out here, and we gonna do what we gotta do to keep that money coming to the house. The objective of all this is to change your standard of living, upgrade your standard of living, multiply your credit, and grow something into something that is sustainable over years where you are not constantly spending your own money. You might have to make a slight investment in yourself every once in a while, but it gets to a point where you're not spending your own money and you keeping most of it because you don't owe nobody. I told y'all before, I ain't out here sucking the bank dick. I'm sorry. My mouth ain't set up like that. I'm sorry. I don't do that. Oh, so sorry for you. And at the same time, everybody got different business models. I ain't saying just because you fully financed and everything ain't got to be going through the bank that you sucking the bank dick because you might have a very good business plan that puts you in the I don't know how you're gonna do it. 40% profit over gross every time, all the time, with all that overhead. But you may have a pretty good plan that gets you in the 15, maybe even the 25% profit range every time, all the time. But at the end of the day, like I said, you get to a point where you comfortable, something real bad happen in your life, you get sick, anything, and you like, I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. The bank gonna be like, no, you ain't. Oh, you ain't nobody done. We finna come get all that stuff, and we gonna asset forfeiture all that there, and we gonna sell it at auction for pennies on the dollar, and you gonna owe us the rest. And we gonna work that out, and you probably file bankruptcy or something like that. But at the same time, I go to work when I get ready. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it to the end. I go to work when I get ready. My owner operator go to work when they get ready. Them folk real live contract workers. And they could take a month off and get what? Come back in and run one load, and everything is cool. These folks be so far ahead, sometimes they be like, hey, just take out the insurance for next week because I ain't working next week. All right, appreciate that. We got it on in there, man. Y'all have a blessed week. Enjoy your vacation. Remember I said 15%, that's what I charge. 15%. Zero, 15% of zero is zero. The insurance still stand. It gotta be paid regardless. These folks ain't gotta do nothing but get ahead. Lead a bit. Be like, huh, man, take that. Here go my insurance payment for the rest of the month. I'm take 3 weeks off. It don't bother me because I'm out here trucking like I'm trapping. I'm actually in the truck. I'm moving around. I'm making the majority of the money. I ain't sitting back playing boss man and then scrounge off all the other people. I I don't know how built I can put it, how more straightforward I can get. But that dispatching word game and all that, like I said, it is what it is. It's a word game. Because at the end of the day, if that truck doesn't move and he got you on the number, he makes $0 and you're not able to pay the insurance every week. You come back next week owing whatever the insurance was last week. Now you're working from an even bigger deficit. Is he mad? Not really. Not really. Is he making the money he's supposed to make off you? Not really. So don't you think it's in his best interest to keep that truck moving at all time, know where you at all time, and keep something on there, even if you can't find something he need to be finding something. That truck don't just need to be out there burning diesel for nothing. But anyway, like I said, y'all keep the shine side up, the grease side down. Shout out veteran over the road trucking. Uh, uh, one of the long time subscribers, good guy, hard working dude. Military. I appreciate your service and everything. And we two guys that can agree to disagree. We got a whole different philosophy about a whole lot of stuff, but the mission is the same. Get some money, have some money, keep some money. How you go at it, that's your thing. But like I said, everybody got a different way of doing it. Everybody got a different way of skinning their cat, as they say. But one thing about it, it's a great thing to be able to have an open discussion with a person or a group of people about a topic as broad as logistics and trucking and see a whole lot of different point of views about a whole lot of different stuff. And one thing about it, like I said, it's a bunch of ways to do this, but in the grand scheme of things, two things I know gonna have to be had to be successful. Learn how to make a profit, maintain control. It's hard to maintain control when your turnover rate's super high because you're doing people kind of bad. It's hard to maintain a profit when you can't keep trucks moving at the pace they need to be moving because you got constantly got people realizing that this ain't what it is and they pulling out and they getting screwed. And I'm gonna say this one more thing. People oftentimes wonder how shows like American Greed, if y'all watch that, that's a good show right there. You'll see people on there that have took tens of hundreds of millions of dollars from people. Most of them claiming they was helping the people, but they was really scamming. But you wonder, like, how is it a person can amass that kind of money off of a lie, off of a scam, off of something that really ain't what they say it is. How can a person get that much money off of that? And I'm gonna tell you how. It's very simple if you think about it. It's pride. One of the seven deadly sins. It's pride. A lot of people say the dude took the money was just greedy. He was. He was a slimy piece of crap. He was. He was a piece of trash. But there are instances, especially in pro sports, and I ain't talking about what I heard. I'm talking about what I know, and I ain't gonna be specific about nobody. But like in professional sports, they have people that come around the locker room that are certified by their body of sports to talk to the players about their finances, about investments, things to get into, stuff that'll help them multiply their money, get them some residual income. So when they start playing whatever sport it is, they got some stuff going on. Sound good, don't it? Sound real good. Okay. Now tell me why in the locker room of whatever professional sport I'm talking about, you got players that are valued at millions of dollars. And you got this one dude that's a financial advisor going around asking people to invest in a new business venture that he got. Everybody in the room, basically except you, has invested with this guy. Ain't nobody got nothing really bad to say. So he come to you and ask you for the same $50,000 that he just got from everybody else in the room. And ain't nobody saying nothing. So you give him 50,000 and you starting to wait on your investment. And in about a month time, you really do your due diligence and realize that your money gone. And then the first thing you say, why ain't nobody say nothing? And they over there like, man, I ain't even know. But bruh, you fell victim to it 6 months ago. How you ain't know? Man, I ain't know. Man, I just didn't know, bruh. No, it's pride. These people got too much pride to say, hey, I was gullible as hell. Hey, I didn't do my due diligence. Hey, I really did it to myself, even though they set it up for me to fail. But I agreed to it. And they ain't got the pride to say, hey man, hey, don't invest that 50,000 with him. He gonna take your money. He got out on me. I was supposed to went and bought another Mercedes to put under the garage and on the return in a 6 month period of time. And get what? I ain't got no return or no money. Now he want to tell you way after it went down, everybody that got screwed, and now it come to the light. Now you get an episode of American Greed because there was one person out of all them 100,000 people that gave that man his money. Get what? They just wasn't going for the shit. They gave it to him, probably on the influence of some more people. Whole lot of big crowd. Everybody love to be in the crowd. Bandwagon shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, on the encouragement of family and everything, made the investment with the dude. But get what? A lot of them people that made the investment that wasn't that last person, get what? They were making a living. It wasn't a true investment. They actually needed that money for something. And they were ashamed to say, hey, I got my car repoed because I gave somebody $25,000 of my money. He never paid it back. I never saw a return on my investment, and I couldn't really pay my bill. But you got that last person that got screwed on the end that's going to be the whistleblower. Yeah, he going to be the last man in the chain after everybody got screwed. Going to be the whistleblower. He be like, yeah, I made that as an investment for real. And get what? I got some money. And I got some lawyers. And I got some people in Senate that I actually donate to their campaign. And they holler at me from time to time. Let me call Senator so-and-so. And let me call the attorney general in my state. I do lunch with him sometimes. And let me holler at them and see what they think about this. Because I ain't broke. And I ain't got too much pride to say I lost 25,000 because I got 250,000 in the bank. It ain't many people like that. That's why it goes so long. It's pride. Them people greed mixed with all the people get screwed pride. So get what? That's why you don't see a whole lot of people talking about, man, I got screwed by so-and-so, so-and-so. That deal wasn't working unless they on YouTube and they exposed the clown or whoever it was for what it was, and it is what it is. They had the courage to say something. AZ Holland, they had the courage to say something. That's how them folk got $100 million from all them little old ladies at home while they steady calling, doing all these phone calls and convincing you to get your grandma to get them her social security number, her credit card number, and all this stuff. And then you turn around and do it. And then get what? You hear about somebody else finna do it, and you don't say nothing. You know, everybody got to go through something. That's BS. Man, you know, everybody pay that. Or anybody can pay that. That ain't no problem. Ain't nobody hurting nobody. That's BS. That's a victimless crime. That's BS. I used to do some stuff, and back in the day, I used to be like, that's a victimless crime. These folks gonna buy what they want to buy. They gonna get what they want to get. Well, I got it or not. That's a cop out. That's bullshit. It is. That's why they give you so much time for it, because it's not a victimless crime. But like I said, man, word games. Like I say, every time you press the ease button, it don't always be easy. So like I say, y'all keep the shine side up, the grease side down. Y'all already know what I said about a hater. And then mammy, she ain't raised them right. It is what it is. I ain't biting my tongue about a goddamn thing. Ain't. I ain't gonna start today. I said what I said. We can agree to disagree, but I said what I said. I'm gonna stand on what I said. Just stand on what you said. Do you? I'm gonna do me, and then how they go in the life, in trucking, all that type of stuff. And this ain't particular. This go by this life. Everybody got their own road to travel. Everybody got their own way to get where they trying to go. But one thing about it, I'm not finna steal shit. Cause get what? I'm not finna lie to you. Get what? Cause if you lie, more likely you will steal because you're deceiving me enough to actually get out on me. And that progress. So if you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, they say you'll kill. And if you kill, I sure enough don't know what worse than that. So, hey, if it ain't nothing but killing my career, my hopes and dreams, my credit, and my future, killing my marriage because I ain't bringing no money home. Get what? You hurting somebody. Sure, you sure are. And it ain't you. So, you know what I'm saying? When everybody losing except you, and everybody in the pyramid with you, and everybody losing except you, you gotta reevaluate some stuff because it gotta be you. It gotta be something you doing, whether it be on purpose. I don't think it's no accident when it comes to money because get what? You know what I get every week. You know what you take every week. You see how much you sending me exactly. You know I gotta pay for food, all that old other stuff right there. You can see before you even send me my ledger for the week if you fuck me or not. So I just don't think it's no mistakes and no misunderstanding when it comes to a dollar because the number add up right every time. If you do the math, the numbers ain't gonna change. So I don't think it's no misunderstandings. I don't think it's no mistakes when it comes down to a dollar. Because you know you're getting more dollars than you're supposed to, and you're spending and buying stuff while I'm over here starving.